Have you ever dreamed of owning a landed home in the heart of Bukit Timah? Today, we present to you a rare opportunity for you to own and build your very own miracle home in District 11, in the heart of usually big bungalows and GCBs. We have a semi-D plot that is going for less than $8 million for your consideration. Introducing Jalan Bahasa. We're standing in front of a 2,732 square feet land of a semi-D, a gem in District 11, a freehold plot for your rebuild liking. Now, where I'm standing in front of now is actually the neighbor. We have to show you the neighbor's house because they have done an A&A renovation within $500,000 to make their house a house of their dreams. And if you wanted to rebuild this plot with the existing current size of 2,732 into a 4,000 over square foot built up house, you could easily do that. Check out the plot with me. We're going to look at the existing plot features for you to get a sense of what you could do with the house. So I personally, when I look at this house, I love these arches. In fact, arches are back in fashion in interior design and architecture. These arches not only can be closed up if you wanted to make it part of the main house, which our neighbor has done. You could also leave it open if you preferred an outdoor kind of pavilion or a tea place, if you prefer to leave it open. But if not, you could close this entire thing up and make this part of your main living space. Now inside, when we go into the house, the width and the proportion of the house is still really great to live in. So let's just have a short look before we come out and explore what else is in this estate. So our plot frontage is actually 11 meters wide, and I estimate that this is about 6.5 meters from end to end. But we can push out more of the living space, as I was telling you, so that you have this entire area in front as your living area. Imagine this being part of your living area. Ignore the fact that we can see the outside through the arches right now, but you can either close up the arches or keep the arches as an architectural feature, enhance it to make it something that's livable within the space. So you have a lot of possibilities for the ground floor already. Now upstairs, there's actually 3 bedrooms right now, of which only 1 toilet is meant to be shared among all. This is the old school style. But of course, if you want to do an A&A, you can just add toilets for the other 2 common rooms and change the current toilet into an ensuite with a master bedroom. It's a rectangular plot, 22 meters deep and 11 meters wide. And not only that, we are the corner semi-D, so you're not looking out into like an immediate neighbor, but you have some space to the other side. And also, we have the other neighbor already doing 2.5 stories for you to have an example of what could be done. So if you want to come down and view the site, look at some of what the other neighbors have done, I'm going to give you a preview right now. Just down the road, we actually have another newly built house. It's asking for $9.9 million. Now that plot is bigger. It's about 3,200 square foot of land, and the built up is significant. Yes, it's 500 square feet bigger on the land, but if you had $9 million, please consider our plot, because you could spend the 1.5 doing the rebuild, it would still be $9 million. Let's look at some of the other plots along this road. Alright, these look really nice. So 32 looks really nicely done. So the beautiful thing about a plot like that is that if you choose to rebuild, you can have a beautifully contemporary design with no limitations as to what you have in mind. You can choose how many bedrooms you want, you can choose where all the living room versus the dining room versus the granny room versus your toilets are going to go. And you can see that both these houses have been rebuilt in different ways. All you tell is that they have slightly different ceiling heights on the first floor. So you can tell that they were rebuilt at different times by different people. They were not done by the same developer, and they're all done to individual likings. So this corner plot has actually maintained the original brick. You can see the brick wall and the brick facade still remains. Even the structure of the house is the original 2-story structure, but of course they've redone the insides, they've maintained the windows, and they've done what they could to still keep the structure without having to overdo on spending for renovation or A&A. So it is possible for you to do something like that as well if you're on a budget. In terms of location, we are prime Bukit Timah because we're right in the middle, just off the Kiam Hock Road estate. Now this area is actually known for GCBs and 2-story bungalows. And this particular semi-D is one of a very few semi-Ds in the 2-story semi-D zoning that's off University Road. So if you're looking to enter this particular location, which is within reach of 4 good schools, Nanyang Primary, RGS, SCGS and ACS Primary, this location cannot be beat. Also, Botanic Gardens MRT is just a 15-minute walk away. In landed housing terms, that's very close. So if you love nature and you want to be near Botanic Gardens, this area is exactly where you should be staying. We have two options for you. If you prefer to just A&A within probably a $500,000 budget, you can get the house to look something like that, where we update the flooring, we update the tiling of the roofs, and we keep the original 2-story structure, maybe add toilets on the inside, do a full-blown reno to make the inside very comfortable, but maintaining the structure of the house. Now, if you look at the one on my right here, they have done a full rebuild and you can see the architecture is completely different. And so if you have a budget of maybe $1.5 million, we could get this to be done with your corner semi-D plot for it to look so beautiful and the miracle home of your dreams. What are we waiting for? If you're looking for a landed plot in the heart of Bukit Timah, strategically located to 4 good schools in this area and being so close to Botanic Gardens and the MRT, I encourage you to come by and have a look at our plot at Jalan Bahasa. I'm sarahxmiracle. Give me a call.